Warning: the following presentation includes solely ideas from the Europe West suggestion forums. It doesn't include actual upcoming champions. All abilities have been performed by professional dummies and no champions have been heard in the making.
Hello everyone, welcome to the first Spotlight of 2013. This episode is featuring Genso, the Element Hunter, by our own member, Dragorum. Genso is a very agile melee AP caster based around controlling elemental orbs. These orbs are at a set distance and orientation in respect to Genso, and each orb is linked to a specific normal skill. If that skill is on cooldown, the orb is unavailable. His passive is actually a fourth active skill. Since it interacts with the normal skills, we'll go over it after we've discussed those. So, to start off, we have the first skill, Excrescentum Fulgur. The lightning orb flies to the target enemy and shatters upon impact. This will deal damage to all enemies along the way, and the target will receive an additional damage over time effect for 3 seconds. During the damage over time effect, you can reactivate the skill to dash to the original target. This removes the damage over time effect and stuns the enemy for half the remaining duration of the effect. The second skill is called Infectum Aqua. This absorbs the water orb to gain a short spell shield, and enemies in the way will be blinded and slowed for 1 second. This blocks the next enemy spell and heals you for a percentage of the damage the blocked spell would have done. If it successfully blocks a spell, it also grants Genso's auto attacks a stacking movement and attack speed debuff. Ignea Ignis is the third skill. This shatters the fire orb at a target location, dealing damage and leaving a fire area, dealing additional damage over time. When you stand in this area yourself, you gain a damage over time buff on your auto attacks. This buff is kept for 3 seconds after leaving the area as well. The buff doesn't stack, but additional attacks do reset the duration. Now we finally get to his innate passive, Sycophasm. This passive is actually an active, which makes Genso so mobile. While aiming or casting the skill, you can press the same key again to cancel the skill itself and instead dash to its corresponding orb. Effectively, this means you have to double tap for a dash. The dash deals low damage, costs 75 mana and has a shared cooldown that cannot be reduced. Based on the orb you dash to, enemies hit will receive an additional effect. Water blinds and slows for 1 second, fire reduces magic resist and lightning applies a short stun. After a dash, the orb slowly regains its distance from you, so 2 dashes to the same orb right when it's off cooldown are discouraged. The ultimate is a very powerful tool called Virum Orbis. When activated, it places up to 2 radiant orbs. When these orbs are active, base cooldowns of skills are slightly reduced, while the maximum and spawning distance between you and normal orbs is increased. When you try to dash to an orb that isn't around anymore, you will instead dash to the closest super orb within the maximum range and refresh all missing orbs at maximum distance, consuming the large orb. Dashing to a super orb doesn't trigger a cooldown. The ultimate also passively increases stats as it's leveled up. Having a normal orb around enhances your auto attacks. Lightning gives attack speed, water gives % of AP heal over time upon auto attack, and fire makes auto attacks reduce magic resist. Genso is very powerful, but has a high skill cap in order to use his passive right. The orbs are at a set location in respect to him, so your positioning and current running direction will make a large difference in your actual ability to be agile. The CC on the dashes themselves are actually very useful, so if your ult isn't available for orb refreshes, try to use the damage and CC from your passive as much as possible. This also preserves the orb effects which heavily enhance your auto attacks. When your ult is active, try to use the increased dashing range to apply your dash effects over a larger area. Before dashing to the ultimate though, make sure you use as many skills as possible, since the orb refreshes them all. That was it. Thanks yet again for tuning in to another CCS episode, and thanks to everyone who entered. We're very busy trying to upgrade the contest with some new features. We're planning to have a special episode coming out when that is finished. When it is, we'll also have support for the entries from other servers, so I hope you're excited as we are. Have a nice day and see you next month.